All right. Welcome back to the American Women Podcast. Me, Carlos, and we got Austin. And make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share below. And make sure y'all read the disclaimer because we about to go all in on this episode. So usually we have like a few topics we talk about and keep it organized, but we're just gonna go off the head. I got topics that we want to talk about, but we haven't really had a deep dive on it. So we're gonna catch up. It's been like a month or so, 2 months or whatever. So we're gonna catch up with everything and then keep this train going. Any ladies like to be on the show? Make sure you comment below or contact us on our links. Instagram is a great contact and Facebook also. So let's get to the show. So the first topic we're going to talk about is Jeff Bezos and Leonardo Dicaprio. So we both saw the video. So we can explain to the viewers or whatever. It was a formal party. And you could see Jeff Bezos and his wife or girlfriend or whatever she is. She was looking gorgeous. And then there, I think Leonardo DiCaprio was speaking with them respectfully, and she was just like intrigued by him. Like when girls are like really interested, when women are interested in a man, it's just like this look, like everybody knows, like a universal look. She just like gazing into him, like it was like she was in love with him and stuff. And then you have Jeff Bezos, the high value man, basically with no value because pretty much you can't keep a girl's attention. So with that being said, why do you think the women reacted like that? She has a high value man, the most wealthiest man in the world. Why was she be intrigued by Leonardo DiCaprio?
I think that probably she's been with Jeff for a while. She might be getting tired of his crap. You know, he's a very high functioning businessman, so he probably has a lot of quirks. And living with him is probably could be a bad experience if she's not liking the type of relationship that she expects out of him. Like he might be not giving enough time to her because he's so busy at work. She never gets to see him very often. Or maybe she's had sex with him so many times, she's just getting bored of the experience now. You know, they've had sex 100, 200, 500 times, 1,000 times. And, you know, it's just going through the motions at this point. She's, you know, getting hot and bothered and a little bit flustered by seeing new attractive men in front of her, you know, when they're out at a gathering. And so she is noticeably sexually attracted to Leo. And so I think that it's probably she's sick of his crap and she's tired of him and she's looking for something new. She wants to explore her options and be, you know, the cougar that she's meant to be, you know.
With Jeff Bezos, I don't know him personally, but just by seeing the way he runs a business, and because he's a successful businessman, I'm not going to take that from him. The way he runs business and the way he lacks accountability is that gives me the feeling that he's just a boring, dull guy or whatever. He's a hard-working, innovative guy, but I think he's just so structured where it's just work, 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 and no play. And I think the woman he attracted was attracted to his like hard work and his determination and success, of course. But I think once she started like hanging out with him and stuff, she like, this dude is boring. All he does is works, because women look up to like high value men, but they don't understand they're gonna be fucking gone most of the time. They're going to be on business trips. They're going to be stressed out. They need sleep. And then they have the time to have vacations and stuff. But these people, even though they're billionaires, they still be working. They work more than 9 to 5 people. They work and like every day, clock, clock, clock.
Oh, yeah.
So I think once you see Leonardo DiCaprio, Hollywood actor, well-known Hollywood actor, she sees somebody with talent and personality and a more flexible schedule, and somebody that's like more fun, just like I could just imagine hanging out with Leonardo DiCaprio. It'll be like a fun, cool time, just like homeboys just hanging out like in a bar or just going like even golfing. I've never been golfing. Well, I have been golfing. I'm trash in golfing, but just like going to Top Golf or anything, or just like anywhere. I know is going to be a great conversation. I know he's working on different things. He's been directing and stuff. It's his personality that pops out because he's successful, obviously, but I think people wouldn't consider him a high value man, even though every man is valuable or whatever if they want to be. But that goes to show you that it's not just about money and power. You have to have personality. And Jeff Bezos looked like he's not experienced with women. He looked like because he had that divorce with that lady or whatever. I mean, I said that lady, his ex-wife, and he gave her like a shitload of fucking stocks for Amazon and stuff. But I don't know his dating background versus I could imagine Leonardo DiCaprio dating background and stuff. So I think character plays a big factor. And I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio had any scandals or anything.
Yeah, I think Jeff Bezos is kind of robotic also. He kind of seems like he's just very mechanically minded. It's like that Bruce Lee quote where it said, um, you are a mechanical man if you are all intellect and no instinct, or you are a wild animal if you are all instinct and no intellect. And so I think that he's very gifted mentally, but that has given him some downsides to where he's socially awkward. You know, he's not very good in the bedroom. He's not very athletic per se, probably. He doesn't have a lot of those alpha male characteristics because he's just so numbers focused all the time. And so he's all about the numbers of productivity and the business and how's all the numbers doing all the time. That's what his mind is mostly focused on. So he can't have, you know, the brain can only be focused on so many things at once, even a very advanced, very complex, very intelligent brain. So I think that Jeff Bezos needs to up his game, maybe hit the gym some, maybe start putting up some big weight, Jeff. And then maybe your girlfriend won't be leaving your side and googly eyeing other people.
And the thing that, because I wasn't really worried about it because, you know, it was innocent or whatever. It was even though it was embarrassing, it was innocent or whatever because she was just caught up in the moment. But what made me what got me triggered was when he posted up, where is that? He posted up a picture on Twitter because I guess everybody was clowning him about the incident. And he's a high value man. So when stuff like that happen, you have to just be what's it called? Not restrained. You have to show strength in silence. I forgot what's the word for it, but you have to, yeah, resilient. You have to be resilient when it's like stuff like, oh, he could have took your girl or whatever. He never should have replied back. But he replied back with a picture talking about you seen the one where he had the picture on a cliff or whatever. It says he put something like, hey Leo, he said danger, it says danger, steep cliff, fatal drop. He put, hey Leo, wanna come over or something like that or whatever, like and Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leonardo DiCaprio was being respectful and a gentleman. And I take this personally because I always be in situations like this, whether I'm at work or out and about. And I respect people relationships or whatever, because all about being a man is just showing respect. It's not about being angry and then showing dominance, where it's about respecting other people. So I respect people relationships. So it'll be a situation where the girl is like flirt with me and then I'm just looking at her awkward like, dude, control your girl and stuff. And then a dude gets mad at me. I'm like, dude, you make like fucking close to $1 million. Why is your girl all over me? And the same reason is because like Leonardo DiCaprio, I have character and personality. So
yeah, and the thing too also is I want to ask Jeff Bezos one question. What's going on with the moon base, Jeff? Or do you already have one in secret?
you're not ready for that. So, do you think she was innocently doing that, or she was doing that just to be a asshole? Because I see this happen with women a lot of time. They be so
I
intrigued.
think
I don't think they're doing it purposely. I think she was doing it innocently, just like intrigued. She wasn't trying to disrespect them, even though she ended up disrespecting them. But I believe a lot of American women are naive to social settings and how they're supposed to act when there's a guy around, and how you're supposed to act with your partner and stuff, because they know when a dude is acting up, be like, why are you flirting with that girl and stuff? But with them, they're like, oh, I was just being nice, or I didn't want to be mean and stuff. Like, women do stuff where they're too friendly, where they are naive to it. I don't think they're aware of it, but they're aware
no,
of
I think she
it.
subconsciously did it. She didn't even mean to. She was like hanging on Jeff, and then she seen Leo, and then her panties got wet, and then she just, with like not even thinking, just subconsciously, she just stepped over to Leo and looked like she wanted to, you know, maybe escape into the side closet with him. But very interesting story
I'm
with
pretty sure
that one.
that happens to you a lot, where you just sitting there and then the wife is all over you, grabbing your arm or just looking at you or flirting and stuff, and then you just sitting there looking all awkward, and the guy that's very wealthy and successful is just all butthurt and shit.
Because those type of women that are with them, they want a powerful man, and if they sense your power, they're drawn to you, and they're tired of the powerful man that they've already had, and they've been with him for a while. They're maybe tired of his crap, maybe, you know, some stuff at home, they got into a fight, whatever, and she sees you and she starts feeling on your shoulders, feeling on your bicep. Next thing you know, she might try and kiss you. So that's a situation that can happen, and that's happened to me several times.
Yeah, and just by Jeff Bezos replying to that with that little mini threat or whatever and stuff, maybe he was playing around, but I don't think he's playing around, because I've seen situations. Well, I've been in situations like that. He's
Indeed.
the type of, now I know he's the type of dude that walk in the room like, do you know who I am? He's one of those type of dudes. Versus Leonardo DiCaprio, he'll walk in the room like, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? It's a humanity level. Like if
Yeah, it's
I get
ego.
starstruck with celebrities, if I see Leonardo DiCaprio, I would feel comfortable approaching him and be like, hey, I'm a big fan. I love your movies, man. I appreciate you and stuff. I would even because normally I don't ask celebrities for pictures because I don't want to bother them. He seems like the guy I'll go up to. I'm like, hey, can I do a picture or whatever? I'm like, if not, that's okay or whatever. I just want to do a picture. Versus Jeff Bezos, I walk to Jeff Bezos, I'd be like, nah, I ain't about to talk to him.
If I saw Leo, I'd be like, I know you're pushing how carbon emissions are killing the earth, so I think that you should stop using your private jet. But I love
And I think
Leo.
you wouldn't take it personally. I think he'll have an intelligent conversation with you.
Exactly. And I also think Jeff Bezos is an admirable man. But I think they need to be criticized where criticism is due. But you know what? Jeff might just lose his girl, and she might just start hitting up Leo and hanging out with him. And who knows? Paparazzi catches them hanging out. That'd be crazy.
They look good together. Women, comment below: Leonardo DiCaprio or Jeff Bezos, and tell us why. All right, next topic. Kim Kardashian. Oh, I hate saying that name because when people complain about something or somebody, they keep saying the name, so it makes them more relevant. So I apologize for saying her name because I don't want her to be relevant, but this is a topic, unfortunately, we got to talk about. So Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Kanye West was on the Drink Champs show a few days ago, and he explained that they're not actually divorced. They're probably going through the paperwork or whatever, but they're not actually divorced or whatever. So why is she hanging out with, well, of course they're separated, but why is she hanging out with Pete Davidson? And why are girls attracted to Pete Davidson? Because he got Kate Beckinsale and Ariana Grande too, right?
So if Pete Davidson's the same guy I'm thinking of, doesn't he have like severe depression and he takes a lot of medicine for his depression? Yes. Okay. So Pete Davidson, I've seen some of his stuff. mediocre to a B- at best. But
He's working at it. Yeah, I
you
give him
know,
putting stuff out there.
I just want to know also what's up with Kim's all black dress that she wore to one of these fashion shows, completely covering up the face in black as if it was a funeral or something.
That was
That
weird.
was an interesting choice in clothing from Kim.
Yeah, that was weird. So why do you think she's dating him? Do you think she's doing that to get back at Kanye West? Because remember Kanye West, when they first separated, he was out in Paris with this French girl. I think she was French or Russian. I think French. He was seen out with her or whatever. Is you think she's trying to get back at him?
But well, yeah, I don't know, because did Kanye and Pete Davidson know each other previously?
I
Like
think
we're
because Kanye West was in the audience in SNL, and I'm pretty sure they met each other backstage and stuff like that.
okay.
And then when Kim Kardashian did the whole SNL, he was in the audience laughing or whatever, supporting his soon to be ex-wife.
It
So this,
seems like she kind of downgraded with Pete Davidson. I don't know. But I'm sure Kanye's fucking tons of bitches. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, you know, Yeezy's got all the girls.
I think the way he pulled, because I forgot how he got Ariana Grande. But I think the way he got Kate Beckinsale was, I think when he came out talking about depression and him feeling sad and anxiety and stuff. I think Kate Beckinsale like wanted to like heal him or wanted to give him some like support and stuff. So it's weird because women want a masculine guy, but sometimes they'll go for the guy that's like insecure and just heartbroken and sad. So I think they feel obligated to date him to because they know he has good intentions. Or I don't know.
You think that she thinks that he's like the nice guy and she's like not going to get hurt by him, so that's why she's
I
dating
think
him
so
now?
because it's an older woman. I forgot how old Kim Kardashian is. I think she's 40 now, and I forgot how old
No, is
Kate
she?
Beckinsale. She's
Is
older
she
than
40?
38. I know that. She's older than 38.
She might be 40. Yeah,
Oh, she
maybe
probably
that.
36. I'm tripping. She probably 36.
I was gonna say it sounds old, but who knows? I can't. I don't even know how old she is.
But Kate Beckinsale's, I forgot how old she is because she looks good. She's probably like late 40s or late 30s. So I think I don't know because they're high profile people. I think it's the comedian thing. It's something about women that are so attracted to comedians. I think it's the I don't know. I guess it's the show humility versus a guy they'll see that's really cool, or they think they're like fuck boys or where, because I get that persona where since I'm confident and outspoken or whatever,
Yeah,
girls be like, oh, you're a fuck boy, like I can't date you. Like this girl at work said
yeah. I don't get it.
think I'm a cheater. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you cheat on a girl? You know how many ways she could get back at you? That shit is crazy.
I
But they
think
honestly
that
think I would cheat on the girl just because I'm confident and having fun and just carefree. But what really attracts women to me, I mean what really attracts women to me is when I'm quiet, sad, or just pissed off. That's it. That dark energy that I portray out or whatever, they just attracted to. I think they want to heal me because it'd be sometimes where, especially in high
Mm.
school, where I'm just walking around, I'm just tired, not even thinking anything. They're like, why are you so sad? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm just looking like that. You look like you lost a friend. I'm like, what? So
Mm.
I think that's they're reaching into their instincts of that healing energy, that feminine
Yeah,
motherly.
that nurturing energy
Yeah.
where they want to help you if you're hurt, and so that like brooding, like type of dark energy, they like pick up on that, and it makes their panties wet, bro.
And I think Pete Davidson, I don't know if he's really outspoken. I remember he got in trouble one time on there. But I don't think he's that outspoken versus Kanye West is just wild and shit like a little kid. I think even though Pete Davidson does comedy and stuff, he seems like the more mature person. So we could ask the ladies below, why would you? I know it sounds weird versus a Kanye West because Kanye West so extreme. Um,
No, Kanye is
more mature than Pete Davidson.
very, very eccentric. He's like very childish in a lot of ways. But yeah, I see where you're saying with that.
He's
But I
more
think that
Pete Davidson
Kim
seems
just
more
basically
emotionally
wanted
stable.
she wanted a more submissive, she couldn't deal with Kanye's alpha king energy, like it was because she's like alpha energy herself. And then Kanye, that's how they say two type A personalities butt heads, they don't match well. And so, that's basically why. And now she's got Pete Davidson. She's like, oh, bring me a Red Bull from the fridge. Oh, do this. Oh, jump. He's like, how high? I mean, I don't know, dude, but maybe.
American women, comment below.
Comment
I'll
below.
choose Pete Davidson or Kanye West. Make the right decision. They both crazy. All right. So who else? Oh yeah, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. That's what everybody's waiting for.
Oh,
So it's all over the internet. It's all over Facebook, the Shade Room, Instagram, everywhere. So pretty much they're making fun of Jada Pinkett for being the the red flag. That was joking. That was like she even has the red table. So Will Smith is gonna come out with a book or whatever, and then he's gonna explain the whole open relationship and stuff. And I think Jada Pinkett is being petty where she's trying to like fuck his name up. Because it's a way that, especially with both of them famous, it's a way that you like put your business out, but at the same time, it's just making them seem like a cuck and all this other stuff of people making fun of him. And then Will Smith has such a strong personality where he'll be transparent with his fans and stuff. He will like, hey, this is what's going on and stuff like that. This is how I feel. So I guess we could do a deep dive into Jada Pinkett's psyche. Why would you marry a man, have children, and then want an open relationship?
I've seen a lot of Jada Pinkett Smith's interviews, and I've seen her acting, and I can pick up on her energy and her demeanor and her vibes. And I think that she's like a very controlling person, and she can't handle not being in control of a situation. And she seems very spiteful to me, and like almost like a wicked type of energy coming from her. And so I think that she's probably like, even though she might have been hurt a little bit, she's like taking it way too far and trying to just like completely destroy him and railroad him and just like ruin his life for really no reason. I mean, I guess, I mean, I don't want to say no reason, but I just think that it's kind of blown out of proportion. But she seems very vindictive and very like much like she's lashing out and just trying to completely destroy Will Smith's name.
Do you believe she actually loves Will Smith?
Yes, I think that they're definitely, well, I think they were previously in the past in a deeply in love situation where they were deeply in love and deeply connected. But I think that was prior, and now they obviously have different feelings towards each other, different emotions where they probably like almost hate each other. I mean, I don't want to say hate because that's strong. That's a strong word, but I would say that they deeply dislike each other. And so, but once you're in love, in a deep love, you're pretty much always in love. Even if you fall out of love, you still have that connection mentally. So, but I would definitely say, yeah, they were in love, but now it's turned to hate. But I don't even want to say hate because that's a strong word.
I'm glad they aired out their business with their relationships because I think that that correlates to a lot of relationships that's happening today, a lot of marriages. a lot of people get married to people that they're not in love with. I don't believe she ever loved them. I think she loved Tupac or somebody else. I don't think she was in love with Will Smith. I think she was attracted to him, and he obviously seems like a good guy, but I don't think they were even compatible. I think they just like rushed into it. And then, the whole world, especially their family, they're like, oh yeah, Will Smith, that's a catch or whatever. I think she got caught up in the mix. And then when they got married and have kids, she's trying to figure out, she's like, I don't even like this dude. Like, why the hell? And I think that's the problem with society, because now they're trying to push where if you're not married, you're basically single. If you're in a relationship with a girl and you're not married, you're single. But people are trying to rush, like the Kevin Samuels. He's like, if you're not proposed or married to a girl within 6 months or a year, then you might as well not even do it. They don't really like you and stuff. But I think it's the opposite. I think the problem is people rushing to get married that don't even like each other, because the old school people, the people that's in, like, I've seen them all at work. There's like 60 years in a relationship, or 60 years of marriage, of course, 70 years of marriage and stuff. It takes two. So the woman and the man are more humble. They're like, shoot, it's so many ups and downs in their life, especially financial ups and downs. And then they find a way to work it out and stuff. And I think the society now, the younger generation, they're a bunch of hypercritical people. They feel like if a relationship isn't working right, something isn't happening, then, and it's their free will, they'll just leave. They're like, oh, I ain't got to deal with this, and just leave the relationship. And then they wonder why a lot of people now don't last in relationships, because they want everything to be perfect, and relationships aren't perfect. And they keep having this expectation that every day of the relationship is going to be perfect, and when you get married it's going to just get better and stuff. It's going to be bullshit. It's just like having a roommate or family members and stuff. Sometimes you clash, but you have to have a mutual respect for each other to get through that. Just like with your parents, you have different clashes with your parents, but you love each other and you have a mutual respect. These women don't have respect for men, and then people want, when the relationship goes bad or whatever, is these men speaking out. They're like, this lady did this to me or whatever. I'm like, why did you get married? The probability is high that women will fold or sink ship, or what, not sink ship, abandon ship in a relationship. So
yeah, I think that also, if you are going to get married, why does the state need to be involved? Why does the government need to be involved? Why can't you just be married by your local pastor or your local priest? Yeah, greed,
politics.
money, finances, and control. And honestly, you should just be able to do a private ceremony where, if you're religious and you're both of the same religion, say you're both Jewish, or say you're both Muslim, or say you're both Hindu, or say you're both Christian, you should be able to do a ceremony with your faith leader, and then you're married. It doesn't have to be, you have to pay money to get married and get it registered and be in a database. Like, it's ridiculous.
Because I've seen a show where a lady saying she's married, but she's not legally married. And then they're like, why you didn't, if you love your husband, why you didn't legally get married? And then what she was saying is she had so much college debt to where if they would have got married on paper, then that would have fucked up his debt and shit. It would have fucked them up or whatever. But yeah, marriage is all about politics, political position, and money, wealth, and politics.
Yeah, and even if you get married and you get a prenuptial agreement with lawyers, they can still say, oh, I was under duress, I was forced to sign it, and they can claim all this, mental insanity or whatever they do. I don't know, but they can still get out of the prenup, is what I'm saying. And it's risky. It's risky, guys. I'm just saying, think about it long and hard. I know you love her, but the official status of your relationship in the eyes of the government won't change if you love her or not. That's all I'm saying.
But back to Jada Pinkett, I think Will Smith was either sleeping with someone, like cheating or whatever, or if they're in an open relationship. I think he got some women or whatever, because him and Margaret Robbie, the one that played Harley Quinn, they have like so much great chemistry. I wish both of them could like really get together and stuff, because I think he'll be more happier with her because she's just so happy. I think Jada Pinkett get jealous of him having roles with like very attractive young women and stuff. And I think part of that is the reason why she's like just putting his name out there. She was even talking about their sex life or whatever, talking about the they wasn't having enough sex or something like that or whatever. And then Will Smith replied, he was like it was a moment where they had sex like 4 times a day or whatever. He was like, I'm gonna make this woman happy or die trying or something like that. So I think she has a higher sex drive than him, because I'm I'm a zodiac expert. So she's a Virgo and he's a Libra and stuff. So with him, he'll probably be like just to like do it in a spur of the moment or have it like spontaneous or fun or whatever, versus Virgos, we like structure, like let's get it, 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 let's get it. So because I dated Libra women and stuff, even though it's a different dynamic with women and men or whatever, I dated Libra women, and then they don't want to have sex all the time. So
Yeah,
I think
some women literally have like up to 100 orgasms every single day, and it's just normal for them. They're just coming in their pants, and they're not squirters, so it doesn't even matter. But it's like a medical condition. Seriously, bro.
versus
Some of
when
these women have a medical condition where they have hundreds of orgasms a day. Some of these women like just really need to be pleased, and it's hard for some guys if it's because some of them are hundreds, some of them are like 10 a day 10 a day. I mean, I can't do that. I mean, I can try. I mean, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
versus like if I dated the Virgos I did date or whatever, we could have sex like all the time, like back, like nothing or whatever, because it's natural to us. But so I guess the final question is, like I asked the American women, comment below.
comment below.
What do you think her intentions is? Do you think she's being spiteful? Do you think she's in love with him? Do you think she never loved with him? Never was in love with him? Do you think she's still in love with Tupac? What do you think her intentions are? I think she's being spiteful, but let me know. And it's gonna get
Yeah.
we'll do a recap on this probably like a month from now. I already know it's gonna hit the climax. She's gonna be crazy. So we could go to another celebrity, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. So you know the situation with that?
I know that J-Lo has a really nice booty, and I know that Ben Affleck was in the Batman movie. And I think that they're a pretty good couple.
But I'll give you a recap.
They're
I'll give you a recap. What happened was, I said Kim Kardashian. Oh God. Jennifer Lopez was married to Aaron Rodriguez. Aaron Rodriguez is a playboy. He's younger than her, so he look
Isn't
at
he a
her
football player?
the baseball player, Yankees,
Oh,
the GOAT.
baseball.
So he seems like
Oh,
he seems like
A-Rod.
A-Rod. He seems like
Oh, yeah.
the playboy type or whatever and stuff. And he's younger, so I think he just got Jennifer Lopez just to say he got her, and then just got bored with her because Jennifer
Oh,
Lopez
they were
like,
together for a long time, right?
probably like, I'm guessing, I don't think that long. I think like 3 or 4 years, because I forgot how long
Really?
it's been with
Seems like they've
Mark
been together
Anthony.
10 years.
But Jennifer Lopez, she has high status, but she has a lot of baggage. She has I think she got 2 kids with Mark Anthony or something like that. But she has a baby mama drama and stuff. I think he wanted her just to say he had her, and then was done with her, because he got caught messaging this beautiful chick. What show she was on? It was some like Southern reality show or whatever. She's like 22, just gorgeous. And then they look like they got good chemistry together. So that got messy and got aired out, but he never like done anything, but just like just texting her would make I wouldn't even imagine how Jennifer Lopez would react or whatever. And I think since Jennifer Lopez, just like Madonna or whatever, because they're both Leos, they are now losing their prime. Their fire is fading away. So they're used to all the attention they used to be in the it girl. So now they like shit, it's more competition. You got 20-year-olds outdoing me and stuff. And then
TikTok,
diva, that diva attitude. So yeah, so I think she just snapped or whatever. They got divorced or separated. And then she instantly went to Ben Affleck. Isn't that weird? Instantly. She ain't even wait. Like, that's weird.
They're probably already fucking. But I think it's definitely that where she's like, oh, I can't compete with these young TikTok girls. And she's like, oh no, I'm getting old. I'm getting ugly. I'm not relevant anymore. I'm never trending on Twitter. No one talks about me anymore. I'm never in the tabloids anymore. And I mean, if you think about it though, Mark Anthony, A-Rod, and then now she's with Ben Affleck. I mean, she's got to be with A-listers. She's got to be with big names.
Before. She dated Ben Affleck before Aaron Rodriguez.
Yep. Yeah, I think I remember that too.
Aaron, before Mark Anthony. So it's like, how was that relationship even real? Was that marriage was even real to the point to where you were like, oh, I'll just go back to Ben Affleck?
But you realize, like, even though she's super mega rich, multimillionaire, and she's famous and she's a celebrity, she could never be with like someone who's not like at least her level or more. Like she could, even if it was like a successful lawyer or a successful financial guy or stocks broker or something, but he's not famous, no one knows his name, like he's not like common name in America, she couldn't be with him. Even if he's like wealthy, like well-off white collar guy, she still would consider him inferior. And so she could never be with him. And she for sure would never be with like some tradesman, like a bricklayer, like a plumber, or like a roofer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like so beneath her. Those are peasants. But yet if the roles were reversed and it was a rich guy who's like a celebrity, he wouldn't mind taking a, young waitress to be his girlfriend because he can build with her. And he, it doesn't matter for the man, the status of the woman, but for the woman, they're so worried about their power and their career and their upward mobility and climbing the corporate ladder and basically sacrificing so many things. And then they won't accept a man that's a lower status than them, even though they've deteriorated and drained their pool of men. And the guys that are that status, for the most part, are fucking a bunch of 22-year-old sorority girls and shit. And, they don't really have to worry about being with old, famous women, So it's like Ben Affleck's like, I got bitches. I don't need you, J-Lo, bitch. Like he could leave her too. Who knows?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, how do you have because marriage is supposed to be serious where you're making a commitment, because everybody's emphasizing on this marriage thing. I'm like, if married people not taking marriage seriously, why are y'all pushing this marriage thing? So with them, I could look up right now, we live, we on American Women Podcast, we do our stuff live.
We live.
We're right on the phone right now. I'm gonna see how long they've been together, Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod, because I'm like, how are you married to somebody and so in love and stuff, and then next thing you know it, everything goes bad, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Ben Affleck.
But Carlos, the real question, like J-Lo, would you, honestly?
No.
Oh man, I think I would, to be honest. I mean, she's kind of hot.
She wouldn't even let me speak to her. Like, I don't even have a chance. That's no diss to J-Lo or whatever. I would never even have a chance. So no.
What?
This,
How do you
this is
know,
like
bro?
this is like not just hitting because anybody would fuck J-Lo, but we're saying like in a relationship, like you date her and stuff, you'd be like, hey, let's go do this, let's hang out or whatever. I'd be like, no, but hit it,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna lie. If J-Lo wanted to hook up, I would have to say yes.
I'm talking about relationship, anybody hook up with J-Lo, but relationship, would you
Oh,
have her as
relationship.
your
Whoa, I
girlfriend?
don't know. She seems kind of crazy. I don't know if I don't know if I need that in my life right now, to be honest.
Yeah, she got too many options. I don't like girls with too many options or whatever. Like, because it's so easy for women to find another guy, even though the guy won't be is a higher quality than me.
And not only that, but guys are throwing themselves at her constantly. She's bombarded with sexual advances and approaching men from all angles all the time, just walking around being hot. It's crazy being a hot woman. I couldn't even imagine. She's got guys hitting on her all the time. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, she has to be good at, you know, to talk, being able to talk to people and telling them she's not interested or whatever the case is. But I'm
Okay,
just
I
saying they
found
got
it.
their options, bro.
So they announced their engagement March 2019, 2 years after dating. So that's 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 is when shit hit the fan. So it took them 4 years. 4 years is a long time. 4 years together, 2 years dating, 2 years married, and then they just broke it off. And guess what? It was during quarantine. I love the
Mm,
quarantine. The quarantine exposed so many marriages and relationships. It's just crazy. I
yep.
forgot what other celebrity broke up during quarantine. It was crazy. I think it was like Kelly Clarkson or somebody. I'm like, what? They're breaking up? But when you have time to spend with the person or whatever, is you finally know their true colors. Because it's okay for women to date with the whole hypergamy thing, date up. You're like, oh, he's successful, it's he's stable and stuff. This is a good survival tactic or whatever. And people get mad at that. They're like, oh, she just want a rich dude or whatever. Women are gonna get, everybody's gonna get what they deserve. So you're gonna date the guy that's wealthy, successful, or whatever, good looking and stuff. Guess what? When y'all quarantine together, y'all not gonna like each other. This shit gonna be boring. It was another couple. What couple got divorced? It was a lot of couples that divorced past the quarantine.
It's like how they say, like, if you're in a relationship and you're like, oh, we're going to move in together. It's like, oh, well, that's either going to make it or break it. That was like an even level above that was quarantine. Like that'll like really, really either make it or break it, you know, like for the relationship.
And I was like, where is this loyalty? Where is this consistency? Where is this respect for the other person? To where, let's say if I have a serious relationship and then I break it off, I'm not about to talk shit about her, be like, oh, she's fucking trash or my ex and stuff like that. I'm gonna be like, well, it didn't work out. Even if it was a terrible bad breakup or whatever, I'm like, well, we just agreed to
Yeah.
disagree, we broke ways. Women be going crazy.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, this motherfucker got a little dick and all this shit. I'm like, these are all lies. Why are you lying?
Yeah. What's that one song by like that country singer where it's like a lady, like, and the whole song is about how she like destroys some guy's Jeep. And she's
Um,
like,
Carrie Underwood.
maybe he'll think
Not
about it
now.
before he
Louis
cheats
Slut.
again, or like whatever the song
Yeah,
is.
Carrie Underwood. Shout out to Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. Like, and that's just normal within like, you know, the female culture within American women. And so
Yeah.
that's interesting.
But
But
yeah, I hate this culture where women are being spiteful or whatever. I'm like, it's not even worth it. Like, be an adult. Let's say you get cheated on or wherever, you could go like, yeah, you cheated on me, and then keep it moving. It'd be 2 years later, you're like, yeah, my ex, the one that cheated. I'm like, who cares? It's over.
they can't move on. They hold the grudge for too long. They take things
He
too
cheated on
personally.
you
They don't,
because he cheated on you because you don't give head.
honestly, a
The
good
Texas
BJ
crap,
goes a
that's way
long way,
cheaper. They
ladies.
don't
I'm
want to
just
have
saying.
that discussion.
Yep. Let's not even go there. But I'm just saying that
Passionate about this.
they need to try a little harder, maybe make a few sandwiches, and maybe do some vacuuming. I'm just saying, or not, doesn't matter. Or the man can do that, you know,
And
whatever.
that's your preference. You're allowed to have a preference.
Right.
There's no hate here. We don't support hate here.
What's the next topic, Carlos?
So, I guess we could end off on the Bennifer. If what's the future of Jlo? She's been homie hopping her whole career. No disrespect to her, but what is her future? I think
that
go back with Mark Anthony. I think Mark Anthony would accept her with open arms or whatever. They look great together when they was dating. They have the whole Latin thing going on. And then with A-Rod, they both from the Bronx or whatever, so they had that little link together, but he's too young. He's well, not, yeah, he's no, he's not too young, he's old too, but he's still in his prime. We got a person get on the show. Hello, Kiana. We're live on the American Women podcast. You trying to hop in the show? We talking about Bennifer. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Why did she leave him?
Hey, Kiana, what's up? It's Austin.
It's Austin Perry.
Hey.
St. Pete tonight? Yeah, we doing the Zoom.
Okay.
Hop in.
Oh, you going to St. Pete?
Yeah.
I'm going to St. Pete too. I'm bored.
You want to be a special guest right now? You got your makeup on?
No, I just got out of the shower.
Oh, get on the Zoom. But I could ask you while I got you on speaker. I hope the audio is clear. What do you think about the Jennifer Lopez getting back with Ben Affleck? So she was with A-Rod for 4 years, 2 years dating and 2 years married, and then they broke up like after or during the quarantine, and then she instantly went back to Ben Affleck or whatever. What do you think about that situation?
I just think it's a joke. Like, a whole love life is a joke. Like, if you backslide, go back to an ex, you left them for a reason. Like, I want to know, like, did she, like, when they first broke up, did she leave him or did he leave her?
She left him because he was flirting with some he got caught up in some text or DM with this chick from this Southern reality show. She's like 22 and she's in the best shape of her life and she's enthusiastic. So I think the infidelity or whatever and the embarrassment of it, because they didn't have sex or anything or whatever, of course, but I think the embarrassment hurt her diva ego.
Her ego, yeah, she got an ego.
So you think she's being spiteful by going back to Ben Affleck?
Yeah, to prove a point, like, she could still have him. I think it's all for her ego, to be honest. Even her being with A-Rod, like, she never liked him. And if you be with somebody for 4 years, you don't just jump into a new relationship and do all of that.
And just to let the viewers know, Kiana is a Leo, Jennifer Lopez is a Leo, Aaron Rodriguez is a Leo, and Ben Affleck is a Leo. Continue.
Like, I just feel like her whole, like, it's just an ego. It's just ego. That's all it is. It's not, because you catch somebody cheating, your first thought, you're not good enough. And then out of nowhere, like, your relationship end, their relationship end, you get back with them, oh, it's proving a point. Like,
and it's public. It's embarrassing. Yeah. So what's the future for Jennifer Lopez? That's what we left off before you called. What's the future for Jennifer Lopez? Should she stick with Ben? Is that even going to last? Should she go back? I said she should go back with Mark Anthony since she got the kids with him. What do you think?
She gonna go with whoever stroke her ego for the time being. Whoever gonna give her the attention that she wants.
Even in her 40s, I'm guessing she's close to 40 or in her 40s.
She in her 40s.
So you think she's still gonna keep homie hopping forever?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
That's scary.
Till she's 75.
Until they stop calling her sexy.
Oh. Because she's fit right now.
She gonna weigh all her options.
Damn. So her personality, she could still keep the bitchy attitude. Damn, because
Yeah,
that's what Madonna is doing right now. Madonna's
most
dating a
dudes, all
young
they see is your
dancer.
ass, and that's all she got to offer. It don't seem like she got personality. You get engaged 9 times, somebody gonna want to marry your ass.
Mm-hmm. Damn, so she
And
still retain her value.
Yeah, because she rich. That's the only way she can. Because if it was just a regular girl doing that who wasn't rich enough, and it'd be everybody has so much to say, but because she's built this thing about like who she is and all this other crap, it's okay for her to do that. Like it's not stigmatized.
So she's good until she's not looked at as sexy anymore. Damn.
Yeah.
Yep. Fake boobs, butt lift.
She gonna weigh all her options. She gonna go with whoever she want to go with, and the second she finds somebody that gives her that attention, that has money, she's gonna go there.
And she has a strong personality to where she could like continue going on like that. So I don't feel like she'll feel like sad or like, oh, I need to settle down. I think she has a strong personality. Damn.
You ever see with her kids? That should tell you enough right there. You'll never see with her kids.
Damn.
Oh, I know. I've never seen them. I've never seen them. I can't even think of what they look like.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, not trying to be funny. I understand she's a working woman in business and all that kind of stuff.
Correct.
But I don't like, you're going to be around your kids. You're going to post stuff with your children. The only time she posted with her kids when she was with A-Rod because he was a family man. And it don't look like she want to be a family. She want to be with herself, by herself, with her and her man.
Damn.
She's like, I don't have time for these kids. Get the nanny. I'm going clubbing tonight.
Oh, I'm going to send them with my mama.
Damn. I'm gonna let you get dressed. You want me to pick you up or you pick me up? You know, I'm driving in the fucking, what's that, Roadkill from Twisted Metal. My car is the car from Twisted Metal, Roadkill.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive.
Yeah, just let me know when you're on the way. I'll give you gas money.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right, we had Kiana on the show. We had our first
special guest
on the podcast. Wow, we just made history.
Special guest.
Goodness. Nice. And that's why I emphasize women to be on the show. You saw how incisive she was. I don't even know how to speak. Like she really did a good deep dive on Jennifer Lopez.
I like that analysis. That was on point. Probably more accurate than even me and your analysis when it comes to JLo. But when it comes to other matters, maybe different.
And Austin is a Leo also. That was a super Leo fucking.
That was a Leo discussion right there.
Yeah, that was a lot of Leos. So we
Carlos,
have one more. We have our last topic, the least famous out of all these people. So we could do a recap. Earlier we was talking about Jeff Bezos and Leonardo DiCaprio. We're talking about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Oh no, we got two more to talk about. We got Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and then Jennifer Lopez Affleck. So I'll leave the more sensitive one at the end. So we could go with Brittany Renner. We talked about this before the podcast. I should have left Kiana on so she could talk about it because I'm pretty sure she saw the thing. But Brittany Renner is a fitness influencer. I think she do sports medicine or something like that. So she's fit, she's in shape, she's in college, and then I forgot the dude's name, PJ Washington. He's played basketball, he's destined to go to the NBA or whatever. And then they're two together, they're in love, and then he make it to the NBA, and then she gets pregnant, and then they're all lovey-dovey, and then she has the baby and then ghosts him. And then now he has child support. I don't even want to know how much he's paying or whatever. But now she's another spiteful woman just talking shit about him or whatever. And then now she's flaunting around other colleges and saying, hide your sons and stuff. And then he was young at the time. I think he was like 20, 21, and she was like 26 or whatever. So the people are saying that she's a predator. What do you think about that? But before you go in, she did go on an interview with DJ Academics, and DJ Academics well, on the show, she was saying that he was the one that wanted the baby. She didn't want a baby. If he told her he didn't want a baby, then that would be it or whatever. So he put himself in that position, but at the same time, they're both wrong. So before it was she's wrong and she's taking advantage of him, but now it's like they're both wrong. So what do you think about this situation? Why did she do what she do?
Well, I won't take too long of an answer because I don't want the podcast to go on for too long, but I'll just say I think that she shouldn't be using the child as a tool to carry out her agenda as like, a bartering chip, basically, to be able to, get the outcome that she wants, the desired outcome. And basically, like, if you're going to have a kid, it needs to be like a good family setting. You're raising the child right. You're really putting your all into like helping this human to have the best life possible. But you're doing the opposite. You're giving the child, you're not raising the child right. You basically just had the child so that you could become rich and famous and, drive luxury cars and go and get manicures and pedicures and massages all day. And you're probably leaving the child to be raised by somebody else. Either it's nannies or it's a daycare or it's a public school, or you pass it off onto your mom so the grandma's watching the kids, or who knows what the situation is. But basically, if you're gonna have kids, it should be because you really want to have kids and like, you're really passionate about it and you really love the kids. It shouldn't be like just, oh, let me have a kid with this guy so then I can leave him and then I can make a bunch of money. And like, that's not good. I don't like that.
What do you think about a dynamic? Can older women take advantage of younger men?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like Kiana said, like if you're attracted to her, and she's hot, even if she's older, I mean, even it could be like 50s, 55, even 60s, I mean, 70s, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some hot 70-year-olds out there. I'm not saying
It's
nothing,
just the taking
but
advantage of someone's younger and more experienced. You believe that women could do that, just like
oh
men
yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because men don't really I mean, some men do, but on average men don't mature as fast as women. So like a 20-year-old woman compared to a 20-year-old man, the man's still very childish minded compared to the woman. And so I think you know the woman that's like 55 years old taking advantage of like a 20-year-old man, I mean, he might think he's in control of the situation, but she's manipulating him. She's using him as a puppet. She's got him under her spell, her mind control.
It's weird because I thank God I experienced this so I don't have to fall into the trap. But I grew up in a military town, Fort Stewart, Georgia. Shout out to Fort Stewart, shout out to the troops. Happy Veterans Day. Um
Yep. Happy
it's
Veterans Day.
been a lot of situations I see where a guy has some financial stability, he's in the army, he's trying to do good with his life, and then he goes overseas and then meets a beautiful woman either in Germany or Korea or wherever, and then they settle down, she gets citizenship, and then about 5 or 6 years they get a divorce, and then they just basically lose everything, and then it's the co-parenting and all the drama and stuff. It's like how many situations this has to happen to people for people to realize, like, don't put yourself in that position. And I think as young men we are extremely optimistic about situations. So especially when you're in love, you're like, oh, I love this girl, I'll settle down and stuff, and people are not really paying attention to all the signs and stuff. I think they know it, but they trying to prove it wrong, because rap music has this thing where like, oh, it's degrading women and stuff. I'm like, is rap music degrading women, or are they telling the truth to warn you about women like Brittany Renner?
Hmm.
So it's like the truth, it doesn't matter if it's degrading or whatever, is it the truth? That's the point. Because with rappers or even R&B singers or rock and roll artists or folk singers, they speak about their experiences with women that their own personal experiences, and then they have a song about, especially R&B music or whatever, has some like breakup song or love song, and then they like talking about these women. They're like, this women ain't shit. Obviously, they're not talking about all women, but you got to give them that artistic expression to show that some of these women aren't shit. Some of these women just want fucking chaos. They want the roller coaster. They
Yeah,
want
right. Freedom of speech.
ups and downs, ups and downs. So I never fell into that situation where I would be trapped like him, but I don't feel sorry for him. Did she take advantage of him? Yes. But what age should men, my question for you is, what age should men know the negativity of women and the traps and the falls? Because a lot of moms, like a lot of mothers telling me like, hey, watch out for that girl, or don't be talking to these fast girls, they'll set you up. So it's like, what age will men understand that this, you got to be careful with these women?
I think that it really depends on the man's lay count, especially too. Like, you know, if the man has a low lay count and some elderly woman that's kind of hot comes around and then like, you know, totally gives him a mind warp experience, and then he just falls in love, you know, he's that, like, say it was his number two, or say it was his number one, say it was a virgin. He's going to be totally under her spell. He's going to be wrapped around her little finger. He's going to do anything she says. And she's essentially just going to have a little slave that she can do whatever she wants with. So word to the wise and to all the fellas out there, get your lay count up, get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. You got to up your numbers, and that will help you to be able to identify these succubuses that are out there in the wild that are preying on men.
I'm trying to think of what age, because if I had kids or whatever, like if I had a son, I would tell him everything about women by the time he's like 12 years old. So when he's like in his 20s, he'll know what to expect and know how to vet women and see how they are and stuff. Like even bring in like I like when I used to bring whatever girl I'm dating or in a relationship with, I like let them meet my mom and stuff or whatever. And then I just like vet them. I think vetting is the thing, but I don't know. Because people vet a lot of people and then they don't even listen. They were like, oh, you shouldn't date that person. They just don't listen. But I don't know. I don't know what age men should,
Yeah.
these women age.
Well,
Not all of
maybe
them, but
maybe
half of them.
16, 18. I say 18 for everything across the board. Like, no matter what it is, like joining the military, voting, driving a car, smoking a cigarette, drinking alcohol, like just everything 18. Like, let's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just make it all. Why do we got all these different ages? Like, what age are you an adult? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh, well, increments.
And some parents or whatever, they've been together since they were in their teens or married. They never really went through the whole singles in their 20s or dating phase and stuff like that. So they never really went through that phase. So they're not even like, they can't even like tell their sons in detail that you're like, hey, watch out for this type of girl. She'll say she love you, and then 2 weeks later she'll just change her mind and go to the next one and stuff like that. I think we need more leadership in the male community to say that, because I hear it everywhere. I hear it in rap music. I experienced it just living in a military town and just even watching movies, just basic stuff or whatever, because it isn't, I don't even think it's majority of women, but it's a lot of these women that just don't take relationships, or they're like sociopaths. They don't take anybody seriously.
Yeah, it's a lot of these women out there, they're predators. And how does the old song lyrics go? Heartbreaker, soul taker. So you got to watch out for these individuals.
Because we have the manosphere on YouTube or whatever, they like trying to warn you about these girls, but at the same time, they giving them too much to where like they're not experienced. So they're like, oh, I know what to do now. You still have to experience it too. So I think the manosphere is like messing up. It's creating these prima donnas to where these guys think they know everything about women, but not experienced it or whatever. So I think it goes hand in,
Right.
because talking about it is different than experiencing it. Because a lot of these life coaches or these YouTube coaches, what they call them, they'll tell you like stuff about women, but they haven't even experienced women or whatever. They'll just be like women they slept with, but they never had like a healthy relationship with a woman and stuff. They'd be like, oh, these women ain't shit. I'm like, you never dated a good one? Because I dated great women and I dated terrible women. So they never emphasize on the great women they dated. They always just be like, this bitch ain't shit. You got to control these hoes. They
But
can't.
Carlos,
You got to save them for themselves.
do you believe in the soulmate though, where it's just love at first sight and like just instantly like you have just such a strong connection? You're just like, oh, it's a soulmate. Like you never fight. Like you've been together for like 6 months. You never had a single argument. You just like totally mesh like with your energy and your vibes and everything. Like you just know. Like, do you believe in that?
Only if you have self-love. So before I
Mm.
believed in the whole soulmate or whatever, like this is the one. But at that time I didn't have self-love. Once you unlock self-love, you'll love the person unconditionally. So if
Right.
I'm in a relationship where it's just like that, where like everything is perfect, everything is in harmony, everything is,
Right.
and then let's say in 3 years the relationship doesn't work out or whatever, I'm gonna just let her go, because love is about allowing. It's all about allowance. It's not possession. And then just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have to deal with them or be around them or go back and forth with them. Let them go. It wasn't meant to be. Love, I think love is just the moment, the spur of the moment. And if something doesn't work out in a relationship, is sets you up for the better relationship. Is the grass is greener on the other side. So I believe in soulmates only if you have self-love. So it's like a what's it called? It's like a relationship with yourself, and then it's like you sharing yourself with your relationship with yourself.
It's true though. Like if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody if you don't love yourself? You know.
The women get confused because they see something isn't going wrong, and then they leave the relationship, and then they get mad. They're like, you didn't fight for me, you didn't chase me. And I'm like, no, you didn't stay in a relationship. It's that simple. I don't understand how relationships are so complicated. Just stay with
Sorry, but you never made me any sandwiches.
yeah. And it's all about projecting, not projecting. Yeah, projecting. It's all about projecting what you want. Saying it out loud, and then your words are powerful. You'll manifest it.
Yeah, self-manifestation, exactly.
You want
You're
a woman that likes to cook and just a good person or whatever, and then you'll manifest that. And she'll like qualities about you. She'll like, oh, that's weird. I like a guy that does this and that and stuff, an artist and stuff. You're like, oh, I draw and stuff like that. It'll come together. The universe always has your back in situation, or God has your back in situations. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut out each topic. We have the full video, but I'll cut out each topic and have them in separate videos so we get more viewers and stuff. So we will go to the last topic. And if y'all new to the show, we go in on the last topic. It's going to be very sensitive. So if you have sensitive ears and you get triggered real easily, please leave right now and stay tuned for the next episode, because we're about to go in raw, uncensored.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go on a topic that everybody's been talking about. I had to show you the video on it. Zion Malik. I'm fucking up his name. The dude from 1D, One Direction. So he's with BB Hadid. Let me see the video. So she it's a Hadid. It's a controversy where I guess they're co-parenting. I don't know if they're split at the time, because the story came out like a few months ago. But this is a very serious topic. So she was in Paris. BB was in Paris. Zion and what's her name, Yolanda Hadid, Bibi Hadid's mother, the mother-in-law, was at the house, and then I guess they had a dispute over their daughter and stuff, and then I don't know what happened. They said Yolanda Hadid came out to the press and said he hit me, or I think she called the cops or whatever and said Zion hit me. And this is a sensitive topic because this happens a lot in relationships where people talk about the relationship is toxic, but they don't understand the other aspect where the mother trying to run the relationship is toxic too. So it's like a lot of mothers don't give the man respect in a relationship because they're the mother-in-law. The man has to respect them, but it's these crazy mother-in-laws that try to like take over the whole relationship instead of giving them space or whatever. So she's saying that he hit her, and then what I respect about him, he made a public statement. He said, I did not hit her. Because usually in situations like that, the guy be quiet and it looks like sketchy. I'm like, why are you quiet? Aren't you going to defend yourself?
Right.
This is a serious allegation. He said, I did not do that. And then the mother was saying, oh, he smokes weed and do all this stuff or whatever. So I guess my deep dive on the topic is why do mothers feel like they have to try to control a relationship between two people?
I think it's because they're mad about their little bird leaving the nest, and they want to still be like the motherly figure in the situation and be in control of everything, and pull all the levers and pull all the strings of the situation. But I just want to say that I don't condone violence against women in any way, shape, or form. I think it's horrendous, and I think men should never lay hands on a woman, obviously. But on the same note, I just want to say also that I think that it's also equally horrendous when women lie about being hit. And they say, oh, this man laid hands on me, and they call the cops. And then they find out later, after doing an investigation, she was actually lying the whole time. And so this happens a lot. Both are pretty bad. Whether or not that's happening here, I don't know, and I won't say. But I just think that we need to figure out what's truly going on here. And if he hit her, he needs to go to jail.
And I'm going to look up the term allegation because people get confused when it's an allegation. They automatically think is true. And nobody was there. Only the two people was there. So allegation. Can't even spell.
Allegedly. It's an allegation.
A claim or assertion that someone has done something illegal or wrong, typically one made without proof. So an allegation doesn't mean it happened or it didn't happen. It is a claim. So we have to
I think that that's just Google trying to categorize or label the word allegation with like a negative like assumption of the statement being false. Yeah. But who knows, maybe it depends on the person. Like they could think of that word as it's mostly probably true, so it just probably depends.
Yeah, so I want to change the culture on this allegation thing. Allegation means it's neutral because you don't have the evidence. Now if there's evidence,
right, it's unknown.
Evidence will speak for itself. But if
it's someone who's made an allegation.
It's just a claim.
It's a claim. It's someone who's made an allegation. They said this happened, X happened. And so that's the allegation, that's alleged by this person that this thing happened. Whether or not it's true or not, we don't know.
And this is American women's biggest, one of their greatest weapons is allegations, because
right,
it's a neutral allegation. There's no proof or whatever. The public will assume that is true. I could walk outside right now and a girl be like, he hit me, somebody help me. People are going to automatically believe that, and that's powerful.
That's power, man.
And I think when weaponizing this, or whatever, because
Right.
in situations where the allegation is proven to be false, but the man is still demonized for it to even be out there. People don't want to associate with somebody that's like that. And then it's scary because let's say I walk outside and a woman like, he hit me, and so on, believe it, and then I get arrested. Guess what's gonna happen in prison or jail? Oh, you hit women? Oh, we got something for you. So it's like it goes on, and then in prison and jail, they don't just like beat your ass and that's it. They're gonna wake up the next morning like, oh, let's beat this dude ass. You want to hit women? And then all along, the dude didn't do anything. It didn't. Nothing happened. So I understand the frustration on women when something really happens and it's just an allegation. They don't have no physical evidence, but it really happened. I understand that, but at the same time, you got to think of the innocent people, because I understand their frustration. Like, this dude really did assault me and stuff, and why nobody's believing me or whatever. The only reason why nobody's believing you is because in the law you have to have proof. Of course the guy hit you, but where is the proof? Because if everybody, let's say if you have 9 dudes that actually hit a woman, then they're like, oh, I believe you and stuff, because women's like believe all women. What about that 10th guy that didn't do anything? The women want to be spiteful, and then he's going to be in the get the same treatment as the other 9 guys. So it's like when women do that, they have to realize the innocent guy, because it's been situations where I could have been in that situation, but I'm smart and I keep my receipts. But yeah, that's dangerous.
Yep. And bottom line, men, don't put your hands on women unless you're being attacked by a pack of like 12 6'5" Amazonian jacked karate trained women who are intent on killing you. Then yes, defend yourself. But in general terms, generally speaking, don't lay hands on women, guys.
So I think what else I could deep dive on this topic is, because we talked about the aspect of the mother-in-law trying to run the relationship, especially when it's a girl, the granddaughter or the daughter is the girl or whatever. So it's a sad situation. Because I don't want to emphasize on saying whether it is or isn't, because we don't have any physical evidence or whatever. When physical evidence come up, then let the court decide, let the evidence speak for itself. What I want to emphasize is what will Bibi Hadid do for this? Because I seen her crying on an Instagram or TikTok video or whatever, and her heart is broken and stuff. Is like, it's a whole situation where she's dealing with her mom and her the co-parenting or boyfriend, whatever he is to her now. It just sucks. I think it's the situation where they just fell in love and got together too soon. But I don't know. It sucks. So for the viewers, what should she do in a relationship to keep everything good with the co-parenting or whatever? Because obviously the relationship with the mother and the son-in-law is like done. There's no repairing that, especially with those serious allegations. There's nothing to play with. So that relationship is gone. How does she continue to co-parent with him? Does she get full custody, or I don't know? Just what would be the future for her? What would you do in that situation if you're a woman? So on the
Comment below, please.
Your mother accused your boyfriend or your baby daddy of hitting her or whatever, what would you think? Would you trust your mother in that situation? Would you stay on her side, or what would you do? Comment below. That was a great episode. I don't even know how long it was, probably like an hour or 2 hours, but I'm gonna cut it up in 4. Well, no, it's like 5 different segments. What is it? 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna have 6 different segments, because a lot of other YouTubers, they put the segments in clips, and that's what's gonna get a lot of viewers, because a lot of people they have a lot high attention span, but it'd be situations where you just head into work, you need to watch a like 10-minute clip or 8-minute clips, because I do that. I don't have time to watch the whole clip. So we're gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do my editing and see how it happens. Thank you again. We're back on the show. We're not stopping. Sorry for the hiatus. This is the American Women Show. Like, subscribe, comment below. Share this on Facebook too, because that's where most of our viewers at Facebook. They want the heat. Facebook loves the debate and all the topics. And make sure you read the disclaimer.
And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. And thank you, Carlos. And everyone, please subscribe to the American Women Podcast channel. And you can find us on all different platforms. Please check out my website, austinperry.org. That's where you can find paintings and illustrations for sale. I'm an artist as well as doing a podcast. And I want to say to everyone, please share this video. And if you like the content, consider leaving us a contribution. Send us an email with your criticism. And thank you so much for watching. We're going to catch you on the next episode of the American Women Podcast. Thank you, Carlos.
Adios.